There we go. Got that up and running. Let's get TikTok up and running as well. To therefore be able to get going when it comes to all things Aquadream related for another fantastical, amazing live stream for Aquadream. It's a dreamy experience, let me tell you. You would find yourself shocked how dreamlike the state you would be in being part of joining us here in the live stream for Aquadream. Your state of being has been elevated now that you are part of the Aquadream live stream experience. I hope you appreciate it. But you know. So let's get some of our pages up and going so I can read the chat with you guys here. Get you guys going on YouTube. Of course, also need to get you guys going here on Facebook. There we go. And lastly, all my friends and people over there on the TikTok side of things, we gotta get you up and going with the chat here. With that experience, can't go wrong. Aquadream, guys. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. Hope you're all having a fantastical Tuesday. Fantastical Tuesdays right here. That's there should be a copywritten term right here for Tuesday live streams here with us at Aquadream. Today is a big day. We're going to be talking about one of the most important things you can have for your aquarium. And that is, once I grab it over here real quick, water pumps. Water pumps up in here. Let's go. All right. Big thing about water pumps, we have a lot of different varieties of pumps. We talk about them in depth on the channel here, but we have some more content coming for you guys down the line here when it comes to other types of water pumps that we're going to be having on the channel here. A lot of different varieties here for you guys to go check out if you are curious about what we have to offer. I definitely suggest checking out our shops that we have on TikTok. Are definitely a great way to start when it comes to knowing what we have to offer when it comes to things like this in particular, right? These, especially this one in particular, is a low-level suction water pump right here. Great for, as you can probably imagine, grabbing that low-level water and sucking it out of whatever system you have it in. Don't take my words out of context, okay? But the great thing about this is that, a lot of times when it comes to, say, you are needing to change out the water within your tank or you're looking to add water within your tank, doing it manually can be a very taxing physical experience that is honestly very tedious, annoying, and something that honestly you just don't want to do, right? And there's definitely a way to work smarter, not harder. And that's where the smart comes in with the low-level suction water pumps here. Basically, imagine if you're gonna have you have a bucket full of water and you're trying to lift it up in that heavy bucket of water and try to dump it into your tank. Ew, no one wants to do that, right? Grab one of these pumps, man. Put it right into the bucket. Put a hose around top of the device. Go right into your tank. Boom, problem solved. Work smarter, Acting all tough like I didn't have you gripping sheets last night. Hunter, Jesus Christ. Oh, gee, come on, brother, chill. Daddy, chill, alright? Coming in hot with that right now. Yo, Flanky, what's up? Do a flip? Not physically capable, okay? I'm not iShow speed. I can't just do a flip on the man, okay? Hey, I appreciate the likes and follows coming in there over on the TikTok side of things, guys. Thank you all very much for your support. Greatly appreciate it. Lydia, welcome back. Yeah. Said hi. Well, I appreciate you coming back, Lydia. And Zayden as well. Where do you work? You can imagine. Right? You see that? And right there. A little bit of that. Maybe a little bit of that right there. Yeah, Aquadream. Aquadream USA. You can find it all our stuff online here. Said hi. Said Rennington. Thanks for coming by. How's your day? Your day is going well so far. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Don't even start, Hunter. Don't even start with that. But basically, since I've been kind of getting over this cough, last night I just could not stop coughing. And I didn't get to sleep till like 2 or 3 in the morning, and then I had to wake up at like 7:30 in the morning. So at work today, I just like, I need to go get an energy drink. So I got a Monster energy drink. Drank that before the live stream, so now I'm ready to go. Talking about water pumps. Oh man. You're gonna buy something from there? Hey man, check out the YouTube shop if you're on that. Make me look good. Some job security. The boss would definitely appreciate it. Make sure you let him know Kevin sent you. They have you streaming? Oh yeah, we do a stream here around the same time, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time till 8 o'clock, generally 7:45 about every weekday here. Get a chance to just talk about Aquadream stuff. Today we're going to be focusing a lot on water pumps in particular. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Usted? Yeah, see, I'm formal like that. Every day I don't see you? What are you talking about? What do you mean? I'm in like most of the videos that we do on our social channels here. I mean, maybe you just need to up your Aquadream content game. Maybe it's something. Maybe that's what you need. Maybe that's what you need to do. Oh my God, my words, my brain is so fried today, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh, ¿cuánto cuesta? ¿Cuánto cuesta? Oh gosh, what does that mean? Wait. Oh yeah, yeah. How much? ¿Para este? Let's see. No sé, pero let's see here. Aquadream aquarium. Also, puedo hablar un poco español, pero sí. Was it the low level section? Section pump. It's not how you spell it, but it'll give me the right search hopefully. There we go. Para este es 100, but 125 would be 125, right? For 125. Call me out on that if that's wrong. Trying to remember. Saved my basement. Oh, awesome. Yeah, those water pumps work. Yeah, see, Flanky knows. Flanky knows what's up. He says the water pump saved his basement. Oh, see, look. Ha! I did speak it. I did say it correctly. But, ¿cuánto cuesta esta? Where? This is 125. We'll see. No sé qué decir. Watts? Power? I don't know. Pero, oh, is it 18 y 8? Right? Yeah, yeah. Trying over here. This is making it fun over here for this right here. You know, get a chance to mix up the language a little bit instead of speaking English the whole time. 85, 88, yes. 18 is 18, yeah. It's been a while, okay? Can you show your twerk? No. That would make this a mature stream, and we can, we're family friendly over here. I mean, just like a little. I can give you a little. That's about the best I can do right there. I can give you a little. That's it though. You gotta pay more for that. You gotta pay more if you want more. All right. That goes on my. That's for my OnlyFins account right there. But Hey, there we go. I bet you I got some people laughing in the chat with that one. That was a good one, okay? But yeah, like I said, we're talking about pumps, particularly. It's like I got this low-level suction pump that we're going to be working. I'm working on a video for this one to go on our social channels here pretty soon. Basically, it's kind of talking about how it's a flanky over here in the flanky, right? Yeah, flanky. Yes, I make sure it wasn't flanky or something like that. Flanky, yeah. Mentioned in the chat that like these pumps actually do a great job, not only just for your aquariums, but also just if you have like water at a low level, like if you're like a basement flooding or something like that, maybe some water got pooled in a corner of your basement or something like that, you can use one of these and get that water out of that location. I mean, this goes down to just like, I mean, you can, it has a good suck, if you know what I mean. Just all about this is a dirty stream what you got going on today. But you can see like how for the device itself, how like going down to the ground floor, it can get down pretty far. You know, you leave a couple, like maybe an inch, a couple centimeters left of water, but you know, pause. That like it will get pretty much any kind of water. This is submersible as well, so you can just plug a hose right into the top of this right here, gets that all water moving, and so it makes it easier when it comes to like say fixing out the water, right, switching water, adding water to your tank or anything like that. Can I print your picture and put it on my wall? Absolutely, 47 fan. Absolutely. Do you need a screenshot? I can get you a screenshot right here. Just like imagine just this, put it on your wall, like boom, there you go. You got it. Put that on your Instagram and tag us. I will like that image. I will like that photo. What's this for? You're talking about this right here? This is just a great way to. It works great for water movement within an aquarium, but it also can be used in general when it comes to like getting a lot of water from a low-level surface and transferring it to somewhere else, right? Right next to Brian. Wait, who are you talking about? Who's Brian over here? Now I'm worried that 47 fan just has like a list like pictures of like guys he just comes across live streaming on TikTok. He's like, they're next. So I mean, maybe I won't be here very long then. If that's the case, maybe 47 fan's a psycho killer. And he's posting pictures of TikTok streamers on the wall. I don't actually. I'm just messing with you, 47 fan. But I appreciate you coming back to the live stream. Hope you've had a good day. But we just had someone coming into the chat named Stone Cold. Oh my gosh. Someone else like me is an early 2000s wrestling fan. I mean, absolutely. Or should I say, hell yeah, brother. You'd be shocked how many people block me. Because people like don't get the joke that you're like, well, at least I'm assuming that you're joking about like posting pictures of people that you see on stream on your wall. It's weird. That would be weird, but also kind of funny if you dedicated yourself to the bit. If it's a bit, then it's funny. You know. But yeah, you'd be like, and plus it'd be a great way to kind of just like get that constant advertising on the wall, like, wow, water pumps. You think I'm genuine? Yeah, I know. I think so the hard part is when it comes to comedy like that. 47 fans, it's tough to get, depending on the person you talk to, and their own personal experiences. They could take things like that very differently, right? Like say people online streamers who have had stalkers, which is a very real thing, and people who dox them, to then be like, I'm gonna put your picture on my wall, and you go, okay, we need to block this person. You know, not again, you know, kind of stuff. I can totally see that happening, right? My experience, I haven't really had that. I think most people out there are pretty well-intentioned. Yes, there are weird people out there that will do very weird things. For the most part, most people are just kind of there, you know, to have fun, hang out with people. I like to trust random people. I like to trust people. I guess maybe it's a fault of mine. I don't know. But I totally get how people can be very paranoid with that kind of stuff. I mean, we always hear all the awful stories of like social interactions online from people who are like stalkers and stuff like that, because that stuff makes news. You never hear the story about how people just met over online through like a video game and then end up getting married. You know, you never hear stories about that stuff because it's not exciting. There's no drama. That's not gonna get you a click. You know what? You know what will get you a click? A low-level suction pump from Aquadream, obviously. I mean, come on. Why would this not get you clicks? Got us a few clicks when I made a video about this about a month ago. So I'm now making another video because, you know, we're going to start kind of going back through products again and digging some content around this. So yeah, a low-level suction pump would be a fantastic opportunity for people to get a chance to get that water moving. It works great for, again, like I said, for tank maintenance, but it also does a great job of also just helping the water movement within your aquarium as well. Like, this isn't strictly just like something you would use like temporarily, just like kind of like, you know, if you're doing water transfers or something like that, which you should transfer your water every so often just to make sure that everything, you know, stays clean, new, effective, and things like that. Which is definitely could be great for it. But if you just have like if you just have it like sit within an aquarium, like right here, right? Obviously, we have a lot of gravel on the bottom right here, so we wouldn't really use like a suction pump like this because you obviously don't want gravel up in here. But I'll catch you later. All right, 47 fan, thank you much for coming by. Appreciate your time. But when it comes to say like a pump like this one in particular, you can actually just kind of set it like inside the tank right here if you want. You set it within your tank. Have that hose go up to like whatever filtration system that you have. Have the water run through that, which could run back down into your aquarium, and they all be coming from this low-level suction pump, which would be a fantastic addition for that water circulation. So then you have a nice healthy tank for all your favorite little fishies, and shrimpies and crabbies and I don't know, any other aquatic animals you might obtain over the years. Obviously, you can they all would definitely see a benefit from having some nice clean water, which could definitely come from this. But also the fact that something like this could also help out a ton when it comes to, like I said, the water transfer stuff, where you don't want to just like carry this big jug of water to try to like lift it up and kind of dump it in. It's a pain. It's heavy. It hurts. It's tiring. It's tedious. It makes owning a tank far less enjoyable. So it's something like this, even though like, yeah, it's like, oh, come on, I can just lift the water and put it in myself. But if you can make it an easier process, it will make it so then you don't have that mental fatigue of having to know that you're going to have to do this like, every 3 months or something, every few months or something like that. And that's where a water pump like this comes in handy. So then you get a chance to spend more time enjoying your tank than maintaining it, right? Because everyone thinks about like, oh, wow, it's going to be so great if I have a tank, right? It'd be so enjoyable. I get to have all these animals. I get to have a chance to give them a nice home and stuff like that. But no one ever goes like, oh, you never fantasize about maintenance. You never fantasize about cleaning out your tank, But it's something that you have to do, right? Because you want to make sure that all your favorite little animals have a healthy living environment. You don't want to give them any kind of shady spots. So that's my whole spiel kind of thing when it comes to water pumps. We're only 15 minutes in and I'm already ran out of content to talk about for water pumps for today. No, I'm just kidding. We have a ton of other different types of water pumps as well here at the Dreams of Aquadream, USA.com. I'll put this away real quick. But yeah, it's just one. I think I just wanted to highlight this one first because it's multifunctional, right? It works great for an aquarium. It also just functions great for just like I think you'd call it like a dry vac almost, kind of like right, where like it's almost like a vacuum you use to pick up water that's on the ground or something like that. This actually could be very useful for something like that as well. And just kind of you put it in like a puddle of water, watch that water just flow right out, move that water away where it is, and then you have a nice functioning area. No water damage anymore, which is obviously huge. But we have so many amazing little fishies just kind of vibing today. They've been swimming a bunch today. They've been out. They've been living their lives, doing their thing. Ooh. But we have other different types of pumps. We also have like this type of. We have 2 submersible pumps, 2 amphibious pumps, and 1 inline pump. For example, we have one of these little guys. This is one of our. Actually, not this one. I don't want to do this one. I want to do this one. This is actually a little adjustable water pump. You can find this on our TikTok shop as well, if you are so curious. This little guy might look a little small, but definitely packs a punch when it comes to power. Be able to properly execute your water pumping needs. Whew. Sorry for that. Actually, I didn't get much sleep last night. I was coughing like crazy. I couldn't get to sleep. I didn't get to sleep till like 3 o'clock in the morning or something. And I was like, God, let me sleep. I have work in the morning. But look how cute this little thing is. Look how cute that thing is. I mean, come on. It's adorable. This one is our, does it say the wattage on this one? I believe this is like our 9 watt, if I remember correctly. Oh, 4.5 watt. This has the ability to move about 70 gallons of water per hour from just this little pump. And it comes with a hose with it as well. Within the box, right here, you can see. And effectively, just kind of put that. Actually, I have to put the adapter on. That's right. Here it comes with a couple of little adapters. So you can couple of little plastic adapters that come with this package deal. I think it's like this one. We just use. Oh, just drop that. That's not bueno. Okay, there we go. Right there. Slide that on. Put the hose in right here, like so. And boom. Now your pump is ready to pump. Right? Plug that into a power source. Stick that to the side of your wall. Get that hose out out of the tank, right? Transfer that water around. You can adjust it right here on the top with this little wave dial thing right here. Hopefully that helps out a lot. Get a chance to see what it's about. It goes from all the way from just negative to 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the way up max just being the positive sign right there. But yeah, pretty easy to set up, put together, no problem, stress-free, right? Like I said, it gives you more time to. That's the big thing about all of our Aquadream products, that try to make it as easy as possible to get you in the door to want to jump in and experience the joys of an aquarium, especially so you can turn your aqua dreams. Hey, you can turn your aqua dreams into reality. The fact that we don't use that as a typical slogan, I am dumbfounded. We need to do that. That's money on the table waiting right there. Where are my royalties from? Turn your aqua dreams into reality with Aquadream. Fantastic, I know, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Anyone know that song? You got some millennials in your chat if you know that song I was just thinking of. Okay, so can anyone in the chats here? I have all the chats open up. Was anyone able to recognize what song that was? If you need a refresher, sorry. I only have one time offering on the vocals. Apologies for the yawn there. We're still good there. I'm curious also in the chat, who here has an aquarium? Put one. How about a 1 in the chat if you have an aquarium, or a 2 in the chat if you're an aspiring aquatist, someone who aspires to have an aquarium. Put a 2 in the chat. Because sometimes we get a pretty good mix of people who already have aquariums and want to know more about the hobby, and sometimes we get a lot of people who just come in and are like, hey, I don't know anything. I have never owned an aquarium, but I came across your stuff and kind of curious what you guys are doing. And I was like, okay, that's kind of the interesting thing about this this industry. There's so many different people at so many different levels when it comes to the hobby itself, right? where you get so many people coming in are brand new people, don't know anything. And that's kind of where I'm hoping to come in for you guys a little bit. Break down those barriers. Make you want to take a jump, take us into the splash of living life as with a phenomenal aquarium, such as this one. I mean, am I right? I mean, yes, of course. Now, we also have different types of pumps here as well when it comes to, say, this type of submersible water pump. Oh my gosh, we have one of those too. Actually, I kind of want to talk about this bad boy right here. This is the water pump she tells you not to worry about right here. And say hello to my little friend right here. Okay? That's what I call this one Bessie. Joe, this will blast any kind of water in anywhere you need it to go. This one is like a super-sized pump right here. Definitely designed much more for like outdoor ponds, fountains, and things like that. Some more heavy-duty type of water movement needed. A pump like this can definitely get things going for you. Get things moving. No sleep ideas. Thanks for coming in the chat. That's kind of how I feel right now, honestly. I'm trying to come up with ideas on like no sleep right now. But you also see that it also comes with the ability to nail it down into the ground, right? You can see like these screw points right here that help kind of give you a chance to kind of put a screw in to kind of adhere it to any kind of surface, just so it stays in place. Because like since this is submersible, it would be in water. You know, obviously it loses a bit of its, you know, surface friction when it comes to just forces and stuff like that. So you need to kind of nail it down to any kind of surface to make sure it stays in place. And hopefully this thing will do. This thing has the ability to do just that for you. I believe this one in particular has the chance to move like almost 6,000 gallons per hour with a pump like this. So fantastic for any of you koi pond owners out there. We talked about this in the stream yesterday. We talked about it when it came to different types of like a waterfall. If you had that in your setup, this would be a great addition for that. And also any kind of fountains, any large-scale fountains where you need a water movement. This pump will get things moving for you, no problem. Grumpy old man coming in the chat. Well, thanks for coming by. I'm sorry you're so grumpy. I'm sure you get a chance to check out some amazing aquarium products. Will hopefully lift your spirits there. I'm just worried that with your name being Grumpy Old Man, that you're just always going to be grumpy, you know? There's always going to be a problem, I guess, right? Yeah. And then what else? We have another different type of pump. We have a pump like this right here. Yes. This is another submersible water pump, multifunctional submersible water pump right here. With low power consumption switch to control the flow of water, adjustable base support for suction cups, and also easy to dismantle and clean. Again, not a big thing when it comes to what we do here at Aquadream. It is the convenience level. What makes it more convenient for people to get a chance to jump into the hobby, and this is something that we focus on a lot when it comes to the design of a lot of the products here. They're just designed to make things easier for you, right? We'll make it so then like you can just jump in and start enjoying your little fishes rather than having to worry about all the stuff that comes along with that, you know? We want to make it easy for you. So like this one here, also like I said, making it easy to clean is also very helpful. Just cleaning a tank sucks, right? Let's be real. No one likes to do it, but we all end up having to do it anyways. But we always postpone it to when we absolutely need to do it, rather than when we should. You can see this one's a little different from the last little pump that we showcased here on the stream. Very similar idea though, right? There's no adjustable knob on the device itself like the last one though. So it kind of just runs at a steady stream. So Obviously, it means like with less things moving around, less things that, less dials, less things that break, right? If it just runs at one speed, it'll just do that speed and it'll do it very well. It also comes with a couple of adapters right down in here. As you can see, oh my gosh, Jackson Vogue just sent 2 roses. Aw, you love me. You really love me. Jackson, thank you much for the roses. That was far too kind of you over there. Really do appreciate that. Make sure to try to put this in right here. Like, sure. Actually, this is the right piece right here? Oh no, we do have the switch right here on the side. But it's much more gradual. Where you can kind of go from, like, all the way from 1, and you can gradually turn up that power all the way up to 100 when it comes to a little turning little lever thing right here. As you gradually do that. Where the other one that was smaller that I showcased earlier had much more like a set levels where you had to go to that one. This is a much more gradual degree of ability to customize the speeds and stuff like that of your little pump, right? No relation to the wrapper. But yeah, this little guy, like I said, all the little pumps. These are some of our best sellers as well, just because they're just like a little, like a little $10, $15, maybe $20 kind of thing that you can add to your tank system. And just improve the overall health of your aquarium, Hey, Ryan! Thank you very much for the follow. Thank you very much. Can I get a yeah? Got a follow from that one. Can't help but love that. Thank you very much. Far too kind, as I would say. Far, far, far too kind. What's up, dude? Miss having a tank? Oh, do you not have a tank right now, Ryan? What happened to your tank? Did you have to move or something? That tends to be a common issue with that kind of stuff. Or also a lot of times, like, there'll be like different type of animal restrictions if you have to move to different like apartment complexes and things like that. That was one thing I found if you have a dog, at least around here, around in the Seattle area, there's so many different limitations to like what kind of animals you can have in there, and sometimes like no specific dog breeds, like a lot of pit bulls get denied, sometimes bulldogs get denied, and like also sometimes German shepherds. But that's more just on the bad side of just owners not knowing how to treat their animals properly, right? It's been a few years. I moved. Yeah, you had a 75-gallon tank. Ooh, nice. What was in what kind of animals did you have for the tank? What was the aquascaping like, right? What was the wildlife? I guess you want to call it wildlife. The animals you had accompanying that setup you had. A 75-gallon tank's a pretty good sized tank too. This one I have right here in front of me. This is a 175-gallon, but so like a 75 would be kind of a little bit bigger than half of this, about 3/4 of this or something. So that's a pretty good sized tank. Funny thing is, like, actually, we went up to get this one guy who's an aquarium expert because he owns a business. Selling different fish, selling different corals and stuff like that. And I was talking like, what's the most overrated fish that people always seem to buy? And he's like, definitely clownfish. There's so many great fish out there, but everybody wants a clownfish because of Nemo, right? And I was like, yeah, that totally makes sense. I mean, I would want a clownfish really just because of Finding Nemo, right? But yeah, stuff too, like talked about a bunch of different topics, which the videos will be coming out on the channel here pretty soon. I think I had a video go out, I think yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, talking about the most overrated fish on our channels here. So if you guys want to check that video out, all you gotta do is just check out our page. If you want to check out future content, make sure you like and follow. Of course, with us, every like really does go a long way, so it really does help us out a ton at our level, right? Every like really does mean a lot. It goes a long way for us. Every comment, every follow, always appreciated, especially for a live stream like this, to have like an actual chat to engage with is incredibly helpful when it comes to just getting through the live stream, because if you have a chat with like nobody talking, dead chat, stuff like that, it's like, man, how am I supposed to fill in this dead air basically? Because as a live stream, when you're live streaming, right, the kind of the whole appeal of a live stream is that instant interaction with like the chat and your viewers. But if you don't have that chat that you constantly interact with, you kind of have to fill in that space with whatever thought comes into your brain. So then people don't come into the stream. New people come into the stream don't just hear, dead noise, silence. Right. That's one of the worst things. I learned that when I was taking classes when I was trying to be in communications and I wanted to be a radio host. That was one of my younger aspirations, but obviously with radio kind of losing its prominence and everything's going to podcast now. But you mentioned about the big thing that dead air is the worst kind of air you can have, especially on radio. If no one's saying anything, then people within like 5 seconds are like, "Ooh, what's happening? Do I need to switch the channel? Like, what's going on?" And so the same kind of idea here when it comes to live streaming as well, where you always got to make sure that you're filling in that space, keeping it interactive, keeping it entertaining, at least in some capacity, just for people to interact with and engage with, right? Come with a plan, come with a little bit of a show, and just kind of chat things up a little bit. So it's kind of funny how that's also worked out. Like, even though I would say radio has definitely declined in popularity for over the last few decades, right, with the internet taking over everything, but really the same kind of idea of a radio show has just translated to just being online now, where you can just access that at any time, and that being like podcasts mainly tend to be the big thing, and then chopping out those podcast moments, the highlights into vertical short form videos to share on TikTok. You get the whole idea, right? So that's kind of like also a bit of the plan when it comes to, making content online. Kind of seems to be the basis. Everyone wants to start a podcast because everyone has opinions that they want to talk about. The hard part is making that podcast entertaining and something that people actually want to watch and listen into. That's the hard part, right? You have some tangs, saddleback clowns, a couple of hermits, a sweet clownfish, puffer, and damsels. Oh, nice! That's a good variety of fish you had right there. Yeah, like the expert that we're talking with when it comes to fish that people should that underestimate or don't get enough recognition are definitely like damsels. He mentioned that tangs are also another good fish that I think a lot of people don't give enough attention to. But everyone who has a tank needs you need at least one clownfish, right? And from my experience, clownfish are super friendly as well. When we recently got a new clownfish right here. I believe this little guy right here is our newest clownfish edition. Added him to the tank last week or the week before last, yeah. And literally my heart melted when I saw it when I added the fish into the tank. So I had him in the plastic bag, that you get from like the store. Had it sit in the tank, the bag's in the tank there for about 20-30 minutes to get a little more acclimated to the temperature change, right? And then once I cut the bag, kind of had him swim out, and then he was just kind of like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? I saw the other clownfish, and then instantly just swam right to that clownfish, and the other clownfish was like, all right, we're buddies now. We're swimming. We're doing this thing now. We're just going together. We're just doing our thing. And I was like, oh my god, they're best friends already. It's so great. And yeah, I always catch them. Our new clownfish, he definitely is. They're a little bit more adventurous. They'll kind of swim around a little bit more around the tank and stuff like that. Where our original clownfish we had, they kind of just like to hang out right about here. They don't go too crazy. Easy guys, I don't have any food or anything. What are you looking at my hand for? Trying to follow my hand like, hey, I want some snacks. Give me the snacks. That's where the snacks come from. Oh, adorable. I know, right? So cute. But that was just like, that just made my day. And like, almost like a core memory moment. I was like, oh my god, clownfish are so friendly. I do feel a little bad because like in this setup that we have right here, there isn't really like a sea anemone that they can kind of just like, hang out in. Because that's just kind of like what clownfish like to do, right? And so, when they're kind of swimming around, they kind of just have they just kind of swim around within the tank. Even though everyone's friendly, except George, that guy right there. George, that blue tang, he's a bit of a jerk. If there's any food around, he's like, move out of my way, I want the snacks. We should definitely check out a little bit later in the stream here. We'll do a little bit of a feeding frenzy so you guys can see all the fish, do their thing. It's always fun when you get a chance to watch the fish just go crazy, like chomping away at things. But George gets in the way, man. George is a bit of a jerk. If George wants the snack, George will get that snack eventually. Can't stop him from getting his snack. But yeah, other than that, man, we talked about the pumps and things like that. But yeah, we're currently working on a video right now for these low-level suction pumps. Trying to make them a little bit more of a long-form video that can post up on YouTube and chop that up into shorts. So should we hopefully get like a nice little 5-minute video, probably talking about these little low-level suction pumps. Definitely need to record some video of it in action, doing its thing, right? Don't want to just tell you how good it is. I want to be able to showcase how great this little bad dude is. It's so great, Oh, Ryan, if you're still in the chat, what animal would you add if you're able to have your 75-gallon tank again? What animal would you want to add to that tank? What's an animal that you've been wanting to add to a tank and never been able to? If you're still in the chat, Ryan, hopefully. A lot of times people just lurk and then they just leave. They left me. I've always liked this fish, though, this guy right here. This is our aquarium angelfish. Phenomenal fish. Honestly, kind of acts like a dog. Pretty much every time I come by the tank and stand by it, he just kind of swims up. He's like, oh, hey. How you doing over there? You got any more of those treats by any chance? Maybe a snack or two? Something like that? He likes being on stream for sure. Brian Diaz, thanks for coming by the live stream. Hope you're having a great day. But yeah. I'm going to probably switch it up a little bit here when it comes to the live stream, since we talked about our pumps the best we could for first 45 minutes of the stream, for the most part. Talked a little bit of other stuff as well, obviously, but, mix it up a little bit. Let's do a little fireside chat when it comes to the aquarium setup here. And then we can sit down, chat more, get a little bit more of a close-up when it comes to the fish within our aquarium. So then, everyone gets their time to shine. Fair and balanced rules is what we do here, what we have here. Oh my gosh. You people over here on Facebook were so improperly balanced. It was looking awful. Let's see, make sure I got all the different camera angles set up properly here. Looks about right. But yeah, we can get a little feeding frenzy. We'll do a little bit of an earlier feeding frenzy here. Just so then you guys can kind of see the fish in action doing their thing, right? And while we're at it, we can talk about aquarium life, hashtag fish talk, all that kind of stuff. Let's get some of the fish some food. I think they're looking hungry. They're looking like they need a snack. And usually how I like to feed the fish here is one, I like to start out with some smaller flakes, just because of some of the smaller fish can't really handle the food pellets very well, like our clownfish, for examples, or like our gammas right over here as well. Just a little small. They can't really eat the whole morsel, so they gotta get a little. They try to eat it and then they can't. So I want to put a little bit of feed. Oh my gosh, look at him. He's ready. They recognize the bag. They know what's coming. Oh my gosh, these clownfish are going crazy already. Anyway, guys, if I don't overfeed, do a little bit of a dash. Feed right there. Oh, there we go. That's plenty right there. Yeah, that's right. Give me them snacks. Then George will eventually get a tip of what's going on, and he'll just kind of bully his way up to the surface, being a jerk. But also the nice thing with starting out with small feed as well, that they'll get inundated with water sooner. Therefore, like, it will kind of fall down. So like some of our smaller fish that kind of like to hang out more towards the bottom, right down here, will actually get a chance to pick up some food as well. So you can see in that net, I'm kind of moving around again a little bit, grabbing little bits here and there. But it's always fun. You know, it's fun when you get to feed the fish because you feel like you're providing something to them. You know, giving them the stuff that they want, the stuff that they need, all that good stuff. You feel like a provider. You know, yeah, something that we all kind of long for, I guess, in a way. Chris, I see you joined over there on the TikTok side of things. Thank you very much for coming by. I guess while I'm at it, I can probably just hold one of these things, right? Like yeah, like this. Just kind of sit like this with one of these right here. Now, for some reason, I find that these submersible low-level suction pumps are like the coolest pumps that we have. Do you love the fish in a real way? Yes, they are my children. They are my ones and onlys. My reason for self-being, my reason of self-worth, and everything in between. Without these fish, I don't exist. Is that the answer you're looking for? For without these fish, I do not. You know. And therefore I shall provide. Yeah, fam. For without these fish, I shall not exist. For me, I am one with the fish, and the fish need me, and I need the fish. Together we are a symbiotic relationship, bonded together by the need for survival and longing for a place of desire. Therefore, we are the aquarium. Hopefully that's my version of being poetic right there. How do I make my anemone grow again? Good question. How to make an anemone grow again? Do you know what kind of stopped it? Did you notice anything that changed, or did you change anything that would potentially stop it from growing? So, like, did you switch out the water or anything like that? Or did you like add something to the water? Did you add new animals? Maybe some new. I mean, did anything change, or just like the anemones just kind of stopped? Or did they stop growing as in like they kind of maxed out in size? Really, that could also be the case. Where like maybe they just got enough of energy that they need to sustain themselves, and now they just don't grow because they kind of reach their max size for their environment that they're in, or they're really not growing anymore because they're actually not like they're not like as healthy as they should be. So let's look it up here. Saying like how to make an anemone grow. How to make anemones grow. For some reason, I'm talking about planting. Whatever the heck that. Why is it talking about plants? And if I type in C. So it's prevent it with appropriate water parameters, lighting, and a suitable diet. Specific requirements vary by species, but generally anemones need a stable environment with good water flow, sufficient lighting, and a good source of food. So one would be like tank parameters. So making sure that your pH levels are between 8.1 and 8.3. With a temperature range around 76 to 78 degrees. So maybe that might be a little bit of information that might help you right there. So if you don't know your pH levels, that'd be definitely a good thing to check out for sure. I changed the tank to a larger one. Oh yeah, and then it was like I don't like this. I mean, it could be just like it's a new environment. Like how long have they been in the new tank? Actually, I gotta know, like, are sea anemones like plants or are they like animals? I actually don't know. I've never really thought about this. No, marine animals, not plants. Okay, just sometimes you gotta ask the dumb questions, right? So you get the right answer. You know. I just never really viewed them as an animal, but it kind of makes sense, right? They're definitely not plants. Because I was like, do sea anemones need like light to grow like a plant? I never really even thought about that. I mean, maybe yeah. Honestly, it just could be something like that, especially with like a larger tank, right? Since if they're on like the bottom level of like a larger tank, right, with more water above the tank. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to spook y'all. Say if you have like a larger tank, technically, I think that would mean that you would have higher water pressure then, right? Because you have more water at the top of the tank, right? If you're aquarium, say if you have like a 100-foot, would that be the case? Is that how physics work, or would that not be the case? No, that would be the case. Yeah. So that's definitely swimming pools. Are like the deeper you go, the more pressure you feel. So it could maybe like a bit of a pressure thing as well. You think? So for food, anemones enjoy meaty foods like shrimp, fish, or krill. Some anemones also thrive on smaller, more frequent feeding of smaller species of food. They also talk about the lighting, saying the intensity. Anemones generally prefer a good amount of light, and some even thrive in high PAR photosynthetic active radiation environments. So are they just like or an enemy is just like an animal plant hybrid that we just don't really even talk about that much anymore, or something? 'Cause that's just really weird if it's like a half plant, half animal. That'd be like a man bear pig, but for like sea creatures. That's wild. But yeah, I know technically a man bear pig is three different creatures put into one, but you know what I mean. If anyone watches South Park, you know what I mean. Also maintains about the water parameters like the salinity. So they maintain a stable salinity between 1.04 and 1.024 and 1.026. So a very specific level of salinity for the water as well. So it could be that the salinity of your tank might be a little off as well. You mentioned about the pH levels and the temperatures. And also, yeah, keep like nitrates, phosphates, and ammonia and nitrites at like it's as close to zero as possible. And the water flow same provide more moderate level of water flow, allowing the anemone to access oxygen and potential food sources. Right. Other than that, there's like yeah, that's the hard thing, especially when it comes to like trying to troubleshoot issues like this. That like especially with live animals, that like there's so many different variables within that could be the reason why an animal isn't thriving in an environment. The same kind of thing with all kind of health questions, though. But yeah, I think it's about time to drop in some more food. Let's get some of the bigger fish involved with the little bit of a feeding frenzy here, right? All right, fish fam, it's time for you to get your snack on. That's right, Jack. I'm talking to you, buddy. Time for you to get your snack on. Ben, welcome back, my dude. Dude. Drop a few food pellets into the water here. Get you guys nice and fed. Oh, see, there goes George. He's like, okay, now I'm ready. Now I'm, oh my gosh. He just snacked up like 5 pieces. 6 now, 7. George was hungry. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen him move that fast and eat that many. There's no way he's eating all those right now. He's just swallowing whole like a snake. Okay, maybe we need some more. Maybe we need some more food pellets. Maybe just take a few more. These boys are hungry. Where's George out here just like snacking them all out? How's your day going, Ben? Hope you're having a great day. It's Tuesday, so you know what that means. Tacos. Let's go. Right? Obviously. That's what Tuesdays are meant for. I do have some leftover Mexican food at home, which I think I might heat up. I might heat that up. Maybe. We'll see. If I play my cards right. Maybe I should get a little more food. These guys are really hungry. They're chomping up everything right now. Do a little bit of that right there. They seem to kind of lose the interest in the food once it hits the ground, though. Look at George. He is going all over the place. Like I told you, George. Like when George wants food, move. This blue tang gets what he wants. Right? If there's a food morsel that George wants, he's going to get it. Okay, look, he's on the prowl again. He's looking around. Like, where's all the food? Where's my snack? There you go. Good job, Oliver. Get your little food snack in there. By the way, guys, if anyone here is new to the stream, we are Aquadream, Aquadream USA. You can find us online there. We do sell aquariums. We sell different types of hardware products as hardware type of products for aquariums, so it's just like pumps, filters, filter media, the tanks themselves, right? The tank, the sump filtration system, stuff like that, protein skimmers, any kind of device you would need for owning an aquarium. We got you covered here. I feel like I should give them a little more. I think that these guys have just been super hungry. Something about today. They need their snacks. Yeah, you get your snacks on, guys. Get as much as you can. Alright, Ben, I don't know if I ever asked you, do you have an aquarium yourself? Ganesh, welcome back, dude. Thank you so much for coming by. The Guppy Master himself, Guppy Ganesh. Back at it once again. Alright, now you guys... Alright, now all your fish have had your fulfill of food. You guys are full now. Chrissy, what's up? Thanks for coming by the stream. Caleb, I see you there. Thanks for coming by as well. What's a word that's like a... What's a word that starts with a G that is also a word for like master? The Guppy Grand... or maybe the Guppy Grand Master Ganesh. There we go. I like that one. I think that's an appropriate name, don't you think? I think so. Guppy Grandmaster Ganesh hopping in the chat here. Right, I'm sorry if chat yesterday, Ganesh, they were a little unhinged yesterday. Yeah, people were talking about gripping sheets. I mean, like, come on, bro, chill. It's a family chat, okay? It's a family stream. You know? Having my breakfast, so it takes time to comment. Don't worry, I'll be watching. Hey, Ganesh, I appreciate you. What's the breakfast that you got going on? What's Indian breakfast actually? I don't know what kind of food Indian food would be what people in India eat for breakfast. My concept is like American food for like that's what everyone in the world eats for breakfast. Obviously not true. Dosas? Oh, a good dosa is always good. I do like a good dosa. I've always liked like a potato and herb kind of filled dosa. It's always really good. Though I mean, from what I've seen though, from online, people outside the U.S. who try a U.S. breakfast, they kind of lose their mind. They're like, oh my God, this is the best food. Of course, in the U.S., the stuff that we eat for breakfast is just awful. It's really bad for you. Common breakfast for Indian houses? Nice. Okay, cool. But like dosa isn't really like, it's not just a breakfast food, right? Like dosas are just kind of like a food you can have whenever kind of food, right? Because like here in America, if you have like eggs, that's like only people only ever eat eggs for like breakfast. That and like for like maybe a stir fry, like fried rice or something. Or like if you have like sausage or like bacon, and if it's just sausage and just bacon, people would like, okay, you're making breakfast then. You know, no one just eats just like a sausage. Like no one eats just a slice of bacon. I mean, it's like dinner time or something like that. Actually, I'm also kind of curious. Does Indian culture have like the concept of like breakfast, lunch, dinner kind of thing as well, or is it kind of like a different type of? Are there any kind of other like little meals or anything like that throughout the day, or because like I still just feel like the whole idea of like a breakfast, lunch, and dinner is like a very like Western culture kind of a the idea of kind of thing. After breakfast, I usually eat two boiled eggs for my daily protein. That's a good source. That's a really good source of protein right there. Yeah, here in America, we're like, what's the fattiest piece of meat I could eat for breakfast? And they're like, bacon. That's basically half fat. And then you can also eat sausage, which is basically ground fat with some meat, you know. And then you get the eggs, which is like, and then you also have like but I mean, the worst one is gravy. Breakfast gravy, that is, that will clog your heart. That will stop your heart if you have some of that stuff, for sure. But I will say, biscuits and gravy, phenomenal. Like I was watching this podcast, and this one guy I follow online, he recently moved to the United States from Canada, and he was doing an interview with this guy who's from Ohio, or like central U.S. And he's like, what's like the most like American thing? The guy from Canada was like asking the guy from the, central U.S. He's like, what's the most American thing I could do? And the guy was like, honestly, just go get some American breakfast, and whatever sound what you make after eating that's America. So like after he's like just have like some sausage, have some like sausage gravy with some biscuits, and you'll be feeling real good. I mean, some chicken fried steak is also really good. Again, it will stop your heart from pounding, but it will be delicious all the way down. What's my favorite one? I mean, you can never go wrong. Favorite breakfast food. Ooh. You know what? This one you don't really hear much of. And I guess it's much more of a French thing, but I really like it. It's called a croque madame. If you guys know what that is. Basically, it's like a ham grilled cheese sandwich, but then they just cover that thing in like some saucy cheese. It's just like meat, cheese, and bread, and it's so fulfilling, so good, and absolutely terrible for you. But oh my god, it's so good. Right? Let me look it up exactly. Make sure I don't mix up my croque madame. Okay, yeah, it's so it's like you have cheese, you got ham, 2 slices of bread. You grill that sandwich all together, so it's like a grilled ham cheese sandwich, and then you top an egg, and then you boil. Then you put some shredded cheese on the top of it. Put that in the oven to broil the cheese and melt that, and then you top that with like a runny egg. Oh, so good. All the fat, but still so good. See if we can show you. Let me show you a picture of it. Once you see it, you're like, oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yep, there it is right here. I mean, who would not want to eat that right now? I mean, look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Delicious. Who would not want to eat that? Yeah, I gotta show TikTok as well here. Mmm. Yeah. Oh my. Now I'm just getting hungry looking at this. Now I just want to eat breakfast food. I mean, dare I say it? If you wanted to make an aquatic, you can do it with tuna fish. Oh no. Bro, forgot that this is Aqua Channel and started food things. I mean, that's kind of the fun part about doing a live streams, though. You kind of just like talking about whatever topic chat wants to bring up. I mean, there's only so many things I can say about these pumps every single day. There's only so many things I can say about this exact same tank every single day. And also, I think it's more fun just to have a chance to like just hang out with people and chat about stuff. That's kind of more the fun of being part of a live stream. Obviously, being able to showcase products like these amazing submersible low-level suction water pumps. Phenomenal products, by the way. I'm just saying, throwing it out there. If you are so curious, it's in the shop. But yeah, these are. But like, you can't talk about the same thing every single day, over and over again. Give me a rundown, and it looks. And is it for freshwater tanks too? Mr. Tiddlywinks, you're talking about these suction pumps right here, or are you talking about the tank right here with me? Because I mean, for the suction pump, you can just use it for whatever. Honestly, if you need to move water from one spot to another, this pump will do it for you. It doesn't even have to be with an aquarium. You can do it with just like you can do it with like if you need to move water from if you have like a flooded room or something like that. You can also use one of these and get that water moving. And, attach a hose to the top of the thing, and then you put that in a bucket, and you'll be able to move the water out of any kind of flooded rooms or anything like that. Or if you want to like drain some of the water from your aquarium, right? Put the suction pump like right here in the tank. Get the hose out to like a bucket. Turn on the suction. Obviously, it will lower the water down. So then you can lift the bucket, dump it out if you want to. Or if you want to add clean water, if you want to take that and then add clean water to your aquarium, put the submersible pump into the new water you want to move into the tank. Put the hose, put it into the tank, turn it on. You got fresh water going into your aquarium. So then you just have to deal with like the whole like physical built thing of like having to lift a heavy bucket of water and pour it in and stuff like that. No, you don't want to do that, right? You want to work smarter, not harder, and that's where something like this comes in. It's quite nice. But Mr. Tiddlywinks, if you're talking about Tiddlywax, Furries Winks Wax, Tiddlywax. When it comes to this aquarium right here in particular, this is our 175-gallon reef aquarium, and it does great for saltwater and freshwater aquarium setups. Currently have a little bit of saltwater setup right here. The great thing about our aquariums as well is that it comes with tempered glass, which is nice, high quality, sturdy glass, which also has minimal visual distortion, resistant against scratches, acidities, anything like that, salt erosion or anything like that. Also great for long last. So it's very long lasting. So then like this is maybe we have it on our website. It can last you up to 20 years for a single tank right here. And also with the The frame that's built in on top of is an aluminum frame, very sturdy aluminum frame. You can hear, right? Very legit. Yeah, it's a legit type of setup we got going on here. And then inside this cabinet right here, we have our sump filtration system. It comes with filter media, it comes with a protein skimmer, it comes with a water pump that you might need as well. Actually, you will need it. Filter media, so like any kind of thing you need, you get that covered as well, just to make sure that your water is being flowed through your system properly to clean it out so then it can go back into the aquarium so all your amazing animals can live healthy, long-lasting lives, right? At least that's the idea. Make sure my mic's still working. We're good. Okay, good. And yeah, and with our aquariums, they're like an all-in-one setup too. So pretty much everything you need for an aquarium to get up and running comes with a purchase, right? So day one, you'll be up and running, ready to go. Get your aquarium on, right? Get your game on when it comes to owning a fantastic aquarium. Turn your Aquadreams into a reality, if you will. Hey, check that out. How you like that integration with the name right there? Also, the great thing about our aquariums too, they're pretty, like the sump filtration system already comes pre-built in the cabinet as well. So it all kind of comes together as one piece. You do have to do some attachments when it comes to like hoses and pipes and things like that, but that's pretty easy to set up. It comes with an instruction guide with all of our aquariums, so then you'll be able to follow instructions and get that put together pretty easy, kind of like you would see for like IKEA or something like that, right? Something very similar in that kind of vein. And then, of course, much better quality than IKEA. I'm just saying, like, everything that you need to build your aquarium comes with our setups here. And also a lot of different variations. We have, like, for this reef tank, we have this in all white, all black, and in all gray. We also have a lot of different types of aquariums. If you guys, I will rotate you guys over here on TikTok so you can see. We have these different types of aquariums right here. This is like, I believe, our 250-gallon tank, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that. But that tank there specifically, it's similar idea. Comes with the filtration system, comes with tempered glass, all that good stuff, right? Warranty, it does come with a warranty as well. Thank you for asking there, Maine Reef. I just realized it's like Maine, like the state reef. That's awesome. But yeah, it does come with a warranty for like these tanks in particular. It comes with a 3-year-long warranty, and it also comes with a 1-year warranty when it comes to any electrical components, and a lifetime warranty on any. But I don't want to say reusable. What do they call them? The parts that you use that you would need a refill on. I can't remember what's the terminology for it. Why am I blanking on this? But yeah, there is a warranty involved. That's a lifetime warranty with those. Actually, let me look this up to make sure I don't mess up the wording, because I want to make sure I pronounce this properly. Like that. And it is, oops. Let me just scroll through here real quick to get the exact information for you guys here. Comes the cabinet. Yeah, so it comes with the tank, it comes with the cabinet, some filtration system, free shipping as well, and also it will ship to you within 3 to 7 business days. It didn't say right here. I can't remember exactly what it is, but basically any kind of reusable parts that are, I'd say maybe a little. That would be needing to be replaced. We can also replace those as well. That's under warranty for that. But yeah, the tank itself, 3-year warranty, electrical components, 1-year warranty, lifetime warranty on like reusable parts. So that helps as well. And it also comes with different payment plans, right? So you don't have to like drop all that money all at once when it comes to the aquariums. You can also put together a payment plan for our aquarium, so then you can pay over time. Because obviously, like an aquarium like this, they're not expensive, but they're not exactly cheap either. So you want to make sure that a lot of times people, especially nowadays, don't have like a lot of that extra cash just on hand to drop like $1,000 or a couple grand on a new aquarium or something like this. So then like being able to do a payment plan you can do with us also totally works. And also when it comes to shipping, like I said, it's 3 to 7 business days. That's within the 48 states of the United States. So like Alaska and Hawaii kind of get left out on that kind of that side of things. My apologies. I don't make the rules here. I just follow them. But yeah, 48 within the 48 states, so you do get 3 to 7 day business day shipping, and it's free shipping as well. So keep that in mind. And also on our location online, I can't say because TikTok will get upset with me if I say the actual URL. But if you go to say Aquadream USA, that you'll be able to get a 15% off your first purchase when it comes to an aquarium, and I believe it is a 5% off your first purchase when it comes to any kind of extra bit of aquarium owning goodness. I mean, actually, it'll just pop up right here on our screen right here. Give it a second. It should pop right up here. Now maybe I need to back out and sign back into it. Aquadream USA. And also 0 APR financing available for 12 months when it comes to our aquariums as well. How many watts is that pump? The pump that I have right here. This one, we have a lot of different varieties of, especially for this type of pump. Pretty much all, I think, pretty much all of our pumps have the same kind of wide variety. Our biggest one up here. This is our dang cable. This is our 125 watt model right here. This is our biggest one that we have. And I believe this one's about mid-size. I think this one might be our 75 watt one, if I remember correctly. What does it say right here? 40 watt. This is our 40 watt right here. So you can see a little bit of different size. But you get the idea. TT, welcome back. What up? We missed you. Where you been all live stream? I've been live for like over an hour. Where you been? I thought you cared. I thought you cared about us. Just leaving me alone out here. Playing Oblivion. I mean, good choice though. Good choice. How far are you in with Oblivion? I gave it a download. I subscribed to Game Pass, so I gave it a download and started playing it because I've actually never played Oblivion before. I also never played Skyrim. I never played an Elder Scrolls game now that I think about it. Well, I mean, technically I did play Skyrim like back in like 2014, something like that, maybe 2013. I tried playing it. Yeah, 2014. I remember I tried playing it. And but I only got like maybe 10 hours into it, so I never really felt like I really played it. I tried it, but I never really felt like I played it, you know what I mean? Oblivion is the best to start with. Oh, really? I mean, you got the remaster. That's it's looking good. It looks really good. I downloaded it. I'm still need to finish Stalker 2. I'm still playing through Stalker 2. I'm like 85 hours into the game. It's so long. I still need to play through Indiana Jones. That game's phenomenal. I got through like the first act of that game. I think I still have another probably 20 hours left to play that game. And then I've been playing a lot of Marathon recently because I got invited to the alpha. So I've been playing that a bunch. Literally have put like 30 hours into that game within a week. My wife has been very nice to me and let me play a lot because it's like a limited time thing. Yeah, really enjoying that game. And then then Oblivion comes out. I'm like, man, I have too many great games that I want to play. And then you have Doom the Dark Ages coming out in May. I'm like, man, how am I supposed to keep up with that? I don't think I've heard of Marathon. I'm not big into exercise. Ha, waka waka. No, yeah, it's the extraction shooter from Bungie. You know, the same people that made like Halo and Destiny. They made an extraction shooter. They took one of their old... Marathon was actually the first game they ever made. It's back in like 1994. And then they bringing back that franchise for an extraction shooter, which I'm having fun playing it. It definitely could be better, but it's still a pretty good game. And it's like I have fun with that kind of style of game. I didn't ask, by the way, what is your name? My name's Kevin Ganesh. Kevin, that's my name. Don't wear it out. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, just been on here online doing things, living life. My name's Kevin. I'm 38 years old, a social media manager for Aquadream. That's what I do. You gotta keep scrolling. Have a good night. All right, TT, you have a good one. Thank you very much for coming by. Hopefully the Oblivion still works out well for you. I love all the remakes, adaptations, and companies have been doing. And remakes are fun, but they also I always enjoy a good new experience though. You know, but it's still fun though. That remake looks incredible. The Unreal Engine 5 makes it look so good. But anyways, guys, I think we're going to kind of wrap up the stream here a bit. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you tap like, give it a follow, all that good stuff in between. We'll be live again here tomorrow to talk about more Aquadream goodness with you guys. Maybe anything in particular, please let me know in the chat here. Because yeah, I can always use any kind of feedback when it comes to stuff that we do here in the all the good stuff. But yeah. Anyways, other than that, thank you guys all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let's end up some of these streams here. Like Facebook, there's no one watching here on Facebook. The boomers don't watch live streams. Let's cancel Facebook. Turn that off. Instagram, thank you very much for people for coming by. We got a lot of good things have to come to an end though. So thank you all very much. Come on, close that out. There we go. And also my YouTube people, Ganesh the Guppy Master Ganesh over here. We do have to say goodbye, sadly. I know. All good things must come to an end here. Say hi to TikTok while you're at it. Hi, TikTok! But yeah, let's call it good there. Thank you very much for coming by. And you guys have a good day. Peace out, everybody.